Just go live. Check. Double check. Hello, everyone. Let's do the famous sound check. First, from Limburg, in the south of the Netherlands, we've got Oscar.
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
Ah, there he is. And then, from the United States of America, we've got
all
Chris.
the way from America.
Ah, there is Chris. Great stuff. I think everything's hunky-dory. Although, yeah, I think we should be okay. Everybody, welcome to the Grindelwald show of the 14th of June, 2022. It's going to be a half an hour show again because we just don't have time for anything more. So we will just bore you for just 30 minutes, and then we will be off again. So thank you for joining us. Today's show, I think, is mainly going to be maybe a couple of things that happened this week, and then Formula One. I think we had a race again last Sunday, and that's of course worth talking about. First, maybe do a little round of what we did the last week, or actually 2 weeks, because we skipped a week last week because we couldn't made it. So anything special that happened on your side, Oscar?
To be honest, not really. Well, maybe I think almost a year ago, we probably talked about that we had some floodings where I'm living.
Yeah.
And actually, somewhere this last 2 weeks, I finally, after 11 months, I finally made it back to my own bedroom again. So. In not sleeping in the guest bedroom, I'm now sleeping again in my own bedroom.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Well, these things take time, obviously. Did insurance pay anything, or was it just all?
At the end, they paid everything.
Oh,
so
which is great.
Even the floor, where they said, well, it was already an old floor of 20 years old, and they said, well, it's part of the building, so it's a different insurance or whatever. They said we are probably not going to pay, but please file your bill and let's see what happens. But they actually paid it all. So yeah.
Wow. Great. That's, that seems
really
like
nice. Yeah.
That seems like the normal practice for insurance companies, that they at first they always say, yeah, that's not going to be covered, or it's probably not going to be covered, or all that, and then many people probably think, oh well, then I don't mind. And that's obviously the first money that they've earned. And then other people, because they probably do know that if you read all the rules, that they probably do have a right to get the money. So the people that go on and just file everything and make complaints, they'll probably get their money. I have had that almost every time when I needed something from insurance. Just the standard answer is nope.
Yeah. And
I was just talking about this with a friend of mine over here. So ever since I bought my first apartment in England, and then a house, and then an apartment here, and then the house here, I have not made one insurance claim against property.
No.
I have paid 27, 28 years worth of insurance, and
I did also a calculation with this insurance company. I've spent over 35,000 euros.
Yeah.
And last year, and we have also our private car insured there and everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it adds up. So by now asking for, I think it was together 2,500 euros or something. So
Apeldoorn?
It's sorry.
Apeldoorn?
Apeldoorn. No,
Even Apeldoorn, Bella.
It's another one.
Yeah, you don't really want to look at what you've paid for all those assurances, because you pay a lot, and there is something to say that you just save it or do something else with it and then pay it from that, but you don't want to take that risk really. So so I can
because it's like catastrophic insurance.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but I think it's necessary. Yeah.
Do you think? Well, I'm pretty sure it is, but do you think that they also look at that? I mean, if you, let's say you have paid X amount every month for 20 years, and then you claim something, will they be more forgiving?
I would hope so.
I would hope so too, but you never know, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if that works like that, or
like over here with our car insurance now, we've been with the company for so long and made no claims. We now basically we can have one totaled car essentially, and it won't reflect against our claims.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
That is nice.
That's not something I want. It's just
no, obviously not. But it's
you build it.
You build up this no claim thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's well, I mean, congratulations with your new bedroom then. It's probably really great to
your
be
new old bedroom.
Yeah, to be back in your new old bedroom.
yeah, and we did actually an upgrade. So I
you have a new wife too.
Yeah.
No, that insurance company's pretty good. People let us know who they are.
She after 1 month, she already went back. She slept there already a
Okay.
year now. Without me.
So if your insurance company's paying for a new wife, you've got to let us know who that is.
Yeah. She finally let me back in. Yeah. No, I upgraded with an airco in my bedroom.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh, great stuff.
Just a plug into the wall.
No, really a big one with outdoor.
A split
unit.
system, so like the thing on the wall and then one outside.
Yeah.
At this point, I think every house is going to need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, because everything's getting hotter and hotter. So let's invest in air conditioning companies. That's probably it. Okay, but anyway, so that's that's good news. That's really really great. So that's fine. Chris, did you have anything? Well, I think I saw. Well, I know I saw pictures of a red Rivian truck.
Yeah,
by.
I went down a couple of days ago. I went to the Rivian Service Center just to see if they had anything there. And they had about 15 trucks out front, about 10 inside, and about 4 at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And importantly for me, they had a red one there. So I finally got to see the color. And it's actually much closer to orange than it is red.
Okay.
So it's a really nice color.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So
well, it looked nice on the picture, and it's always with red, with that type of red. It's also the type of light that shines on it. It's probably going to be different in the morning than from the evening, but that's
yeah,
great.
exactly.
Yeah, that's great stuff. So
it sounds like they're pushing all of the delivery dates again. So mine probably won't be here until summer next year now, maybe even later.
Okay.
So yeah, hurry up and wait.
Oh yeah, that's just. Yeah, wait.
Hey, the problem is we're starting to get such a good selection of electric vehicles over here now that if it ends up being pushed to like winter next year,
Yeah.
I might give up and just go and get something else.
Yeah. And what would be your first choice, maybe, if it comes to that? Is there something already coming up that you might be interested in? I mean, the Ford
The one I
150 or...
really like is the Audi e-tron GT.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The most sensible choice at the moment is the Kia EV6 or the Hyundai Ioniq.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
those are both really good cars.
I like the EV6. I don't like the Ioniq so much, but that's just because of the looks, really. But EV6 seems like a really cool car.
Well, they're both built on the same platform, so underneath they're both the same.
Yeah, but I do say with the tests that there are quite different in some aspects. Also, just drivability and stuff like that seems to be a bit better with the Kia. But anyway, it's they're nice cars, and obviously everything is going so fast now with battery, mileage and also charging speeds and everything, that it gets better and better and better. So waiting for half a year or a year probably will get you something better anyway. But still, the Rivian is something special. It's closer to maybe a Ford 150. That's coming out as a type of car maybe. And Audi GT. I haven't seen that one yet, but I did see. I think they're planning a BMW. I think it's a 4 Series electric. That's really great. That's just because it's a normal BMW 4 Series, just electric, which seems like great because it just looks great too. But you see.
I mean, even the Mustang Mach-E GT that's just come out. That's another really good car.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we've gone from 2 or 3 years ago. You really only had a choice of a Tesla.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah,
that was your choice.
So what's up with
now we have a huge variety. Well, I mean, for America, we have a huge variety of electric cars to choose from now.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up with Tesla? Obviously Elon Musk is going off the rails a bit, but there seem to be layoffs at the Tesla factories, and they want to have their managers back in the offices, and something's happening there. Are there sales going down, or they have to be because the market is now
the market starts to dilute away from them.
Yeah.
They're still selling more than any other manufacturer.
Yeah.
But I think what's happening is, there's more and more people are now starting to realize, just.
Okay. Something has gone horribly wrong.
Chris
has frozen. That's weird. Let's see if he comes back. And and the minute Chris's stream froze up, your thumbnail has changed in size. That's weird. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Let me start up my Skype. Oh, he's totally gone from Skype. That's weird. Well, maybe he'll dial in. Let's wait a little bit for that. I'm not in the market for an electric car, but they keep pushing them and they keep getting better and better. But still, the distances that you can drive is still pretty horrible. So for me, it's not an option really. But maybe as a second car, as we talked before. Oh, Chris is back. There he is. What happened? Okay, we're back.
So we just had a power spike, and I don't have a UPS on one of the pieces of the equipment connected to the internet.
Okay.
So it just shut the internet off.
Okay. Well, we're back.
No, what I was saying was I think more and more people are starting to realize that, Tesla were the people that really started this revolution in America, but their cars just aren't that good.
No.
I know that Fifth Gear admitted they did a Tesla Model Y test a few months ago, and they were like, this is like it was assembled by 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
They said the inside is all these horrible plastics, it's echoey and boomy, everything rattles, nothing fits properly, and they're like, for a company that's been building cars for close to 10 years or more now, how have they still not figured this out?
Well,
and they said it's very, very obvious that this is a tech company trying to build a car rather than a car company trying to put tech into a car.
Yeah, and there has never been focus on getting quality right. There's been focus on just getting as much cars out there
Yeah.
as fast as possible to flood the market
And I think
before others come in. And people will buy it
I
anyway.
think now
I mean, if
people are able to get into a Kia, or they've seen the Rivian, they've looked at the Audis, they've looked at the Jaguar, they've looked at the Porsches, and now people are starting to look at it and go, oh wow, you really can have
yeah,
good build
yeah,
quality and a solid,
yeah,
traditional feeling, good driving, good range car that's not built by Tesla.
Yeah.
And the problem is everyone's afraid to say it because the people that are pro Tesla are so adamantly pro Tesla.
yeah.
As soon as you say anything that even is faintly against them, they just pile into the comments
Fanboys,
and just.
and that's the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, really. There are probably going to be books written about that because the whole Tesla thing, something in the brand or something in Tesla, has created a big draw for many people to buy Tesla, and they become instant fans, and that's a pretty smart move, whatever they did. I don't know how they did it, but people, and even when they're bad, even when they fall apart when it's raining, they don't seem to mind. They keep defending Tesla as a brand, and they keep buying it. So in a way, there has never been any real push for Tesla to build better cars or quality-wise, because people would buy Teslas anyway.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. So there is no. I mean, if it ain't broke, then try to fix it. Well, it was broke, but if people still buy it, why would you spend money upping your quality? But now, obviously, it's going to be dangerous because exactly what you're saying. Other brands are now building better electric vehicles.
And like if you look at Audi's cars are expensive. It's Audi.
Yeah.
Of course, they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at their claimed range, they're kind of like Ford. They're super conservative. So they'll say it's got a range of 240 miles, and it's actually capable of doing 270.
Yeah. That's better.
If you look at Tesla, they're completely the other way around.
Yeah.
They say, it'll do 400 miles, and you'll be lucky to get 220 out.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard somebody saying also with electric cars something else I didn't think about, but there are all kinds of things that influence your range, obviously. But I didn't think of that. I mean, it's temperature, it's going uphill, it's wind, it's how many people are in the car, it's all these things that you have to think about.
And it's funny because most people don't realize, when you're driving a petrol car, the exact same thing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But you sort of become numb to the idea of just filling the car up. It's like, if you drive to the south of France with just you in the car, you may stop and fill it once.
Yeah.
But if you drive there with a family, you'll stop and fill it twice. But that second time, it won't occur to you, I've just halved my gas mileage.
No.
In an electric car, it's more noticeable because it charging the car takes longer than filling up the gas car.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well,
and it's the same over here with the Ford Lightning, with the truck. Everyone's going about, it's terrible. Every time I connect a trailer to it, my range goes in half. It's like, okay, what does your gas mileage go to in your diesel truck when you connect it? It goes in half.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is exactly the same.
Of course, yes, it is.
The difference is it costs you $19 to fill the truck with electricity as opposed to $170 to fill it with diesel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But to be fair, you can drive four times the distance with diesel filled up. So
in theory you can.
It's not completely 1-to-1.
No.
But
anyway,
still,
it's starting to get interesting over here now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's same here. I mean, they're still pushing electric cars very, very hard. So, everybody will drive an electric vehicle.
Norway just had its second month with no sales of any gas cars.
Yeah.
They
also have the highest suicide rate.
Yeah.
But
that's because it's dark. That's because it's dark for 3 months.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's talk about Formula One. That race in Baku was turned out different than what we expected, as did the last 5 races. I think.
Yeah.
Another what happened here?
Checo seemed to burn his tires out on the first lap.
Yeah.
Ferrari, I feel really bad for Ferrari.
Yeah.
They've got an engine problem.
Yeah, they have.
They've got a GUK problem somewhere that's just chewing their engines.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they don't deserve that, and it would be nice to have them in the mix. On the other hand, I think now, in my opinion, we're sort of even with the do not finishes of Max and Red Bull. They had engine problems at the first couple of races. Ferrari has it now, and in a way, it's maybe better for Red Bull because they seem to have fixed their problems, at least the major ones, while Ferrari is now in the middle of having the problems and need to fix it. So,
And Mercedes is now doing so badly that it's giving back injuries to one of its drivers.
Well, did you see that remark? That's a typical thing for what's his name, the Red Bull boss.
Toto?
No, the Mercedes boss.
Horner.
Yeah, Horner, Christian Horner was saying, if I were Mercedes, I would tell my drivers to bitch and whine about the porpoising problem as much as they possibly could, to make the problem as big as they possibly can, which is what they're doing now. They are just trying again to bend the rules. Which they've been doing for seasons, obviously, trying to enforce some sort of rule change to become more competitive. I mean, what is it with this Mercedes team? I mean, it's just, I thought I couldn't hate them more, but now they're doing things, It's just stupid.
Yeah,
how do you even come up with something like that?
I don't like the team and I don't like Hamilton, but I mean, you've got to draw the line at building a car that's actually giving your drivers back injuries.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, if I was Lewis, I would just say I'm not driving it because it's just not worth my health to drive that car.
I mean, that's a whole other story, obviously. But then Mercedes should build something or change something. What I heard, obviously, I'm not an expert. Well, I am an expert, but not that kind of expert. No. It's just that they say that if they lift the ride height a little bit, the porpoising gets a lot less, and it's not a problem. But then they're less competitive. Their speeds obviously go down. So I mean, they are purposely creating back problems now. If you translate it like that, because they want to be fast.
It really looks, it's their own choice.
Yeah. Yes, it's their own choice. They want to be fast.
That's what they were saying on the international feed on F1 TV this weekend. They said this is all in Mercedes' control at this point. Yeah. They can choose to make those cars easier to drive.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And if you look at Russell's car didn't seem to be porpoising as much.
Mm-hmm.
And he jumped out of the car like there was nothing wrong. I mean, Hamilton jumped out of the car like an old man. Because, I mean, he was obviously in pain.
But, I would think that. But a little thing in the back of my mind now is thinking, is that all like drama? Is that the game they need to play?
Hamilton's excuse to leave the team?
Yes. Is that something they've discussed? And we need to upplay this problem because we need something change in the rules, whatever. So just make a drama out of it and make sure that people are going to talk about it and maybe change the rules or whatever. I'm not saying that's a fact because I obviously don't know, but when I saw him come out of the car, I didn't think that. I just thought this was really bad for his back and this porpoising problem is just killing him almost literally. But then when Toto came up with that whole thing where they wanted to enforce some rule changes, then I thought, oh, wait a minute, this is a setup. Yeah. This is just something that they're playing again to try and get public opinion on their side. Anyway, obviously we don't know that, and you can't just.
Well, I mean, the other thing is, I still don't think Lewis is going to make it to the end of the season. I don't think he's got the patience.
No.
I just wonder whether this is his pretext for leaving the team.
Yeah, it might well be.
He doesn't want to just leave. He wants to have an excuse to leave.
Exactly.
He wants to,
yeah.
It's like, oh, is this the excuse? Oh, I can't drive the car because it's damaging to my back, so I'm just going to leave.
He's gonna add that to the fact that last year, he should have won the championship and he was robbed. And this is like the drop that spills the bucket, or how you call it. This is like the.
Just move on. I mean, that's as bad as Trump over here.
Yeah.
The number of people that still think he should be president.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's gone. It's done. It's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lewis, you lost the
Yeah.
championship. Just
Yeah.
deal with it. You've
Yeah.
got 7 world championships.
Yeah. No, he
Yeah.
will never get over that. I feel, and he will use that as an excuse forever. I think. And you might be exactly right. He might be just playing that game to make it easier to just quit.
Yeah, maybe.
We will see. I mean,
I don't know. But, I mean, again, the commentary team over here, the international commentary team, the first time they talked about George Russell was when he stepped onto the podium. I don't think they mentioned his name once in the entire race.
It's
They spent
painful.
a good hour talking about Hamilton, but I don't think they spoke about Russell once.
No.
And Russell's up in 3rd place.
It's painful.
Faster pit stop, faster lap times, out qualified, out raced again.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree.
Mercedes just need to admit who their number 1 driver is, and it's not
crazy.
Lewis Hamilton.
It's crazy. And I don't know, we don't hear all the board radios, but again, Toto being all apologetic to Hamilton. Like, oh, I'm so sorry for what we're doing to you and all that. I mean, it's really tene comment. No, it's really bad. It's cringe worthy, the whole thing.
It's cringe worthy.
And that on top of the fact that Russell is doing obviously a much better job with the same car.
Yeah.
At least maybe his setup is different, but the setup could be changed on Hamilton's car too. So I don't know about that, but it's the same car, and it's just crazy. So I don't know how long this will go on, and then we'll see. What happens with the rest of the season. I mean, right now Red Bull seems to be in a good position to turn this around.
Red Bull has a nice buffer now.
Yeah.
You can have a couple of really bum races and it won't affect.
No.
Yeah,
No. I agree.
And I think the car will get better and better for Max. So when they understand the car better and make changes to his driving style, then it will even get better. I think for Max.
What I feel with Max is that he actually within that 1 year has changed as a driver. It could be just a car in the season, but my feeling is that he is not. He is more like patient, and he doesn't mind that he's 2nd or 3rd on qualifying, because he knows that the race is so much more important.
Yeah, it's exactly. He's playing the long game.
He's playing the long game, and that might save him, because just having less crashes or less drama in quali might be the trick, and being a couple of seconds behind Charles now won't hurt him as much. If that happens.
I was on the radio this race though, where they were like 10 laps from the end, and you could hear the radio call with him and Christian Horner where he's talking about, I don't want to drive much slower because it's going to cool the tires off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, don't use DRS and just just aim for 147.
Yeah.
And if you're down in 5th or 6th place and you hear that radio, you're like, oh my god, they're so far ahead. They're talking about playing.
Yeah, can I come in and take a leak? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a cappuccino with some hazelnut on top. And
it's good that he is that in control right now. Everything can change again. We're not even halfway through, but still.
I was impressed with Checo. I just don't know what happened to his lap times.
No, I mean let's talk about that, because I was sort of baffled about that, because in the end he was 20 seconds behind, I think. And there was nothing that really caused that, except for maybe I don't know. I mean, we don't know, but and Baku is a Checo circuit. He's driven well over the years a lot of times there. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe something was going on with his car. Maybe it's just Max being Max again and just being in another league. I don't know. We'll see it in the next couple of races. We've got Montreal coming up, I think. Is that the next one?
That's this weekend, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's already this weekend. Okay, so there's no time for Mercedes or anyone to really do anything, or for Ferrari to fix their engine problem. That's going to be interesting. And the budget caps obviously are going to play a bigger role.
I was going to say, the other problem is Ferrari are already facing a grid penalty later in the season because they've used all their engines already.
Yeah.
So
So that's going to be difficult. Well, the whole budget.
they were hoping to get enough of a points advantage that they could take a grid penalty for a new engine without it affecting them, but they're slipping behind now.
Yeah, that didn't work. Plan C. Yeah. Yeah.
Plan F.
Plan F, Plan Z.
What happened to plans A through E? They don't work.
Yeah.
We go to plan F.
Plan F. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so that was cool. And other drivers, they were just like almost normal. I think. I mean, the Ferrari engines obviously were a big problem for more than just for Ferrari team. So there's definitely an issue there. I think that Alonso is sort of getting into the game a bit more now, trying to do decent times.
There was some nonsense going on in McLaren with Lando Norris. They kept him behind Ricciardo, and I don't know why.
Oh,
I think that's another team that haven't realised who their number one driver is yet.
I know. That is a bit weird because
as much as I like Ricciardo, Norris is starting to become the better driver.
Yeah, I agree.
They said because I think Ricciardo let Norris pass in the beginning of the
that's right
of the race, and therefore they said and there was nothing to gain at the end of the race to let Norris pass. He could not have gotten to other
points
to overtake other cars.
No,
So and now the for the team the points are the same.
Okay.
So. I think that was the
reason.
The
bigger story is, holy cow, McLaren have points, and a lot of points.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Norris is sixth or whatever in the
55 points or something.
Yeah.
But remember, 2 years ago, McLaren were nowhere.
No. McLaren is getting there. I mean, it's a bit all over the place sometimes. Sometimes they're driving really, really well.
It's nice to see McLaren and Ferrari and Red Bull and Mercedes all in the top now, instead of it just being Red Bull and Mercedes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so anyway, we'll see what happens in Montreal. I'm not sure right now I'm still not sure if there are circuits that are better or worse for certain teams. I mean, last year that the high-speed circuits were Mercedes, and maybe the high downforce, a lot of corners are more Red Bull. Although that also didn't work out a couple of times, but still, that was the general idea. And now I don't know. I mean, it's all over the place, I think. And quali is for Ferrari is spot on. They do very well there. There was this little stat that I think something like Leclerc has 15 pole positions and only 3 race wins or something, and Max has 7 pole positions and 14 wins or something like that. So Max is
already.
Yeah, well, I don't know the exact numbers, but still, I mean, it's it's obviously the game they're playing. They don't care as much about being on P1 because they normally will save positions in the race. So that's going to be interesting. Anyway, next week already.
I actually think Max likes the challenge of being second or third.
Yeah.
Because he's never really disappointed. When you hear the radio after qualification and he comes P2 or P3, he's never really disappointed. He's like, all right, good race.
Yeah, that's good.
That's probably due to...
The bigger problem in that team is his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Jos is starting to become a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's been complaining to the team that they're not giving enough priority to Max, that they're spending too much time on Checo. And it's like, dude, it's not your team.
No, he should not. I mean, that's always the problem with Jos. Jos is just, an ongeleid projectiel. He's just like, how do you call it in English? An unguided missile? No. He's just all over the place, He's
loose cannon.
Loose cannon. Exactly. That's it. And that is becoming a problem. And hopefully Max is now, I think he is. He is.
Or if you want old English, a cow with a rifle.
Okay. We should tell him that. Jos, we think you're a cow with a rifle. Yeah. Anyway, it's But I think they already put him in his place for that. So and Max should do the same, because I do feel that they're giving equal opportunities, and they're thinking about the. I mean, Red Bull can become constructors and world champion, and also constructors title. But even if they don't become world champion, they probably will still have the constructors title, which is very important to them, obviously. So Checo, and that the whole reason why they brought Checo in is to exactly do what he's doing now. Be there in the front, in the mix and win races and obviously last year it was more in service of Max, but this year, not really. I think
it's doing really good.
Yeah,
they are going to face a really intriguing problem.
Yeah,
later in the year,
mm-hmm.
because I could see this coming to the point with 1 or 2 races to go
that they're both
where Max and Checo are both within 5 or 10 points of each other.
No, I really do not see that happen. Only when Max has some more bad luck, and otherwise he will start driving rounds around Perez.
We've seen Max have bad luck before.
Yeah,
but that's really only the one reason why it's.
Well, and if that happens, yes, there could be a chance where, having one position can make the difference, because either Max or Checo becoming world champion, and then obviously it will become much more heated, and they will start racing and maybe bump into each other and get all that drama. So maybe we'll get to that point, but hopefully not.
But then they are so far in front of the rest that they can easily bump each other out 1 or 2 races without any problems. So
yeah, they've built themselves a nice buffer.
Yeah.
They've built themselves a buffer for bad luck and bad races.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, that was an interesting race, and we're gonna have another one this weekend. I mean, Montreal is gonna be in the evening for us, and probably around your daytime, Chris.
Lunchtime for us.
Yeah.
So maybe we can all, watch it together then.
Yeah, we will probably be watching that one live.
Yeah. Yeah, we will too. I think it's gonna be, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the evening or something like that, probably. Let's try and do that, and then
okay.
That's another half an hour of Grindelwald's Bastards. Thank you all for joining or tuning in later. Like, subscribe, do everything that you
subscribe and like.
Yeah. we should do a lot of things which we don't have time for, but we should also do some what do you call it, jingles or trailers or whatever, and just play them in between, make it more professional. Anyway,
I'm not sure I like the idea of being more professional.
No. Maybe we shouldn't even try.
I'm already happy that I'm here almost every
Tuesday. Yeah, me the same. It was another race against the clock for me. So and now I have to fix some things for my Trainworks thing. But anyway, let's call this show.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Let's call it a show, and we will see each other again next week. Hopefully, most likely. Thanks everybody for watching. See you later.
See you.
Bye.